Greetings everyone, and welcome to the Databits channel. Today, we're going to show off a DVD recorder, video cassette recorder, combination unit. All for you. Stay tuned. Wow, you're still here. I didn't scare you off. All right, well, thanks for joining me today. We're going to look at this LG DVD recorder, video cassette recorder model RC199H. There are two really cool features about this particular unit. One incorporates the VCR. It's part of the VCR, and I'm not going to reveal it until later, but it's going to be a cool surprise for you. Also, this unit does have HDMI output, so you can play all of your tapes as well as your movies, including the ones you create on DVD format through the HDMI output. You'll notice on the deck side, it is a 4-head hi-fi stereo VHS deck. And on the DVD deck, it is a super multi-deck. So it'll read or play DVD RAM, DVD minus RW, minus R, plus RW, and plus R. On the front, we have this very mirrored door here. Apparently the engineers wanted you to be able to, I don't know, see yourself, check your makeup, you know, all those kinds of things right here with the front door. So the lower half of the front is practically a mirror. If I lower this door, we'll start from the left and I'll show you these features real quick. We have the power button. We have a multi-card reader here. So you can take the cards from your digital camera and play the photos or possibly videos. I haven't tried it. Or compact flash cards. Play it through the unit and see those on TV. You have your play pause button here, stop, record, channel up and down, dubbing. Right here in the middle, we have our cool little display. Has a yellow tint to it, yellow and green. We have a DVD VCR button here, a resolution button. So right here, you can toggle through all of the cool resolutions, depending on whether you're using a retro TV or something modern. You can run through those resolutions here, like 1080i, 480i, 480p, 720p, etc. And then we've got a FireWire input here, so that old Sony camcorder can be plugged in right there. We have our S-video input, composite video input, and left and right RCA jack stereo inputs there as well. Now in this video, we're going to show you how I fixed it because it did have a problem, and apparently the problem that it has is very common with this particular model. We're also going to see a DVD recorded onto a VHS tape and a VHS tape recorded over to DVD. And again, we've got that surprise coming as well with the VHS deck. Now let's flip it around and look at the back, then we'll look at the remote, then we'll look at what it took to fix it. Looking at the back, starting from the left, you have your antenna in and RF out. So we are still living in the analog world here with this particular tuner, as well as its RF output. So your ancient TV, you would turn it to channel 3 or 4 and be able to watch it on that old TV through coax. We have an S-video output, a component video output, a coaxial digital output for Dolby Digital or DTS, and audio left and right here for RCA jacks, an AV input, so composite, left and right, and then an AV output, composite, left and right. And then we have our digital audio output here via optical. And then right next to that is the HDMI output. And right next to that is a cool little cooling fan, which is hovering over the power supply on the inside, keeping it nice and cool. So this particular unit came out, as you can see here, in May of 2006. Just seems like yesterday. And then region 1 is the playback on the DVDs. This unit was made in Indonesia, of all places. This particular unit came with this, I don't know, advertisement card still stuck to the top. I've moved it up kind of in the middle of the top here because it's covering up a really bad scratch in the paint on the top of this thing. So there's those multi-format recording formats once again. And then here it says the world's first super multi-DVD recorder with all those logos down there. And then we've got HDMI and 1080i via the cable there. And then we've got the multi-memory card slot, and it boasts 14 different memory card formats all in one. I seriously doubt if this number still works, but you can see here, call 1-800-243-40 and they will guide you through your first recording for free. Rarity of all rarities, this unit came with the original remote control. It shows down here the serial/model number there. It's very long, but above it says DVD recorder, DVD, VCR. You got this section here for your, I don't know, I guess recording, record mode. It has a title button there. Thumbnail, I guess the title of a DVD, like going to the title menu. Clear, search, marker, play mode, time shift, resolution, and a little star button there as well. And moving up, I'll let you see this additional section here, just your standard controls, a couple of glow-in-the-dark controls, and apparently there was a section here that would allow you to operate your television as well. All those controls are just for power, input, channel, and volume. And here we are inside the unit. Starting on the left here, you'll see this DVD unit, and this is a DVD-ROM drive that looks like it was probably part of a computer, and the reason is because it was part of a computer. I'll explain that here in a moment. To the right of it is the VHS deck. You can see your video head here that spins. It appears to be a direct drive motor, and instead of the direct drive being on the bottom, like a lot of the old VCRs were, it's right here on the top. So you can see the little coils here going around there and the magnet in a ring there that drives the video head. We have a motor here that pretty much controls everything that happens down here inside the deck. Your capstan and pinch roller here. Your sync head and analog audio playback head here. And then your erase head is a nice little green head here with no lid. That's kind of strange. Underneath that, and in the top right side here, is just the guts of the unit, the actual, I don't know, CPU, if you want to call it. This thing's probably a computer anyway. And then over here is like the RF input and output side. Here's your power supply back here on the left side. And again, the fan visible from the inside right here. I can stop it with my finger. Probably makes it angry when I do that. All right, so there's all of that stuff. Now, why did this come out of a computer? Well, the reason is the original drive that was in the unit is this one right here. And I don't see an actual model number on here. There are some numbers on it, but this is the original unit, and this did not work. I think, as I'm thinking back on it, I don't remember what I got this to do, if anything. It might have read a CD. But, or maybe even played a DVD. I think I did get it to play a DVD. But as far as putting any blanks inside, it didn't matter what the format was. It wasn't going to read any of it. So that was the original. So then I went to my local recycle center and I picked up this drive here. This is a Sony. It's a model number DRU840A. Again, these are IDE. I don't know if I even mentioned that, but these are regular old IDE drives. And this particular unit, let's see, was manufactured in Indonesia as well. And I'm looking for a date here, but I am not seeing one. You guys are probably catching it quicker than I can. There it is, September of 2008, right there in the middle of your screen. So when I put this one in, it would read any recordable format that I put in it, but it would not play DVDs, which was a big bummer. I mean, if you want to make a usable unit, you need to be able to play commercial movies. It would not play them. It would only play readable, recordable discs, right? So these all have to be set on the cable select setting there with that little pin there that you see, that little white thing. I forget what those are called off the top of my head. Brain fart. But anyway, IDE interface and our power interface, and then set it on cable select. Okay. So again, I couldn't use this one because I couldn't read DVD movies. So I don't know if that's the drive or that's really just the BIOS that's in this machine that just says, nope, we're not capable of doing that. So this was the first unit that was also noted as a multi-drive. This one was made in June 2005, and it's made by HL Data Storage. This one didn't do anything. I could not get it to read, write, record, nothing with this particular unit. So this is almost like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's like, okay, and this one was just right. So this particular unit that did work is also called a Super Multi DVD drive. It is model number GSA 4163B, and this one would do it all. And it played all of the formats. I don't think it would read DVD RAM, but I got it to record on all the other formats that have DVD in front of them. And it would also play a movie as well. So cool thing, we'll be able to demonstrate that for you. And then there was these little cushy things on the front. So I replaced the little cushy things, took them off the old one, stuck them on here. And I'm holding this inside with two-sided 3M. It's not foam tape, but it is it's a plastic adhesive type tape of some sort, two-sided. Let's throw a tape in and see the mechanism at work. So it's one of those VCRs that as soon as you put the tape in, it threads it, which is kind of cool. So by the time you've grabbed the remote and hit play, all it has to do is go. So there's what play looks like. Let's hit stop, hit fast forward. And like many of the modern decks, if there's material on there, it kind of starts slow and then it takes off. It's also smart in the sense that if I rewind, when it gets back to the beginning, it slows down at the end to prevent just ripping the leader straight out of the spool. This tape is a little scratchy. Hitting stop. And then let's hit eject. Now, interesting, watch this little motor right here in this gear, if you weren't already watching it. I mean, that thing is pretty much doing everything. If I hit fast forward, watch right here. There's stop. Hey, stop. I said stop. And then rewind again. So interesting how that works. All right. Now let's eject the tape, and then we'll go ahead and do some demonstrations of recording on from one format to the other. Of course, the machine refers to that as dubbing. Okay, guys, welcome to this portion of the program where we are going to demonstrate for you recording from VHS to DVD, as well as DVD to VHS. Now, I told you earlier that I'd show you how to set the clock. I will show you how to do that, although I've already done it in this case. So let's see, let's move me over here into the middle. And I'm going to grab the remote and I'm going to go to the home section here. So as you can see, with these options here, I can just hit start. And then these are the menu options I have here. Okay, so I'm going to go to this one here, clock set. I've got it set at manual. And all I had to do was go down to these boxes here and fill in the blanks. So there it is. It's 2022 and I'm making this video at 8:13 p.m. So there's where you set that, as well as the other settings that you want for languages, disk formats, disk speeds, those kinds of things are all there within the menu. So the surprise that I have for you on the VHS side is this unit will play Super VHS tapes. So I have this Super VHS tape. You've probably seen it on my channel. It's the Neo-Japanesque Super VHS demonstration tape that I have, and I've recorded it for your viewing pleasure on my channel. And it actually looks a little bit better than it looks in this particular demo that we're going to show you here. So let me go ahead and hit play on the VCR side. You can see a little bit of it. It's terrifying, these dressed up people in this particular video. Okay, so it looks really good, right? Looks fantastic. So now let's take a look at recording that onto a Memorex DVD. Is it live or is it Memorex? It's a DVD plus R from Memorex. I'm going to go ahead and insert that into the drive. Now the first thing it asks you to do is to initialize the disk, and I've already done so in this case. In fact, I've recorded some test clips on it as well, but we're going to record one just for you at the same time. Have you guys ever seen a DVD RAM disc before? So this is DVD RAM, and it just so happens that this cartridge will open up, and I can take the DVD RAM disc, which is two-sided, and I can put it into this machine, and it will record to it as well. Okay, so I've tested that with this particular DVD recorder model. You can see up there on the screen, actually it's over there. You can see that it recognized it as a DVD plus R disc. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to VCR on the remote, because that's my source. And then I'm going to press this dubbing button right here. All right. And it brings up the picture, puts it in pause. And then on the screen there, let's make myself smaller here so you can see it. And move me out of the way. So you can see there that it's a, I have 1 hour and 2 minutes left at the XP speed, and I can switch that record mode here on the fly if I wanted to. But for now, I'm just going to hit dubbing. Okay, so you can see Super VHS looks really good. Now, if I was playing this Super VHS tape on a standard VCR, you would see a lot of tearing of the picture, the tearing of the color, and bands and all kinds of weird stuff. So this machine is definitely equipped to play Super VHS, probably in standard VHS quality, which is pretty cool. So that was the first surprise. The second surprise is, and those of you guys who are familiar with this format won't be too surprised, but on my last video you saw CDI, and in this case this is a CDI movie, and this particular one shows down here at the bottom video CD. So this one has the capability of playback in this particular machine, so we can play video CDs in it as well. And you could also dub your video CDs off to VHS. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. Now you say, can I record my Hollywood VHS tapes over to DVD or vice versa? Absolutely not. This machine will not cooperate with you, unfortunately. So I've tested it. Just take my word for it. You cannot copy Hollywood movies from VHS to DVD or DVD movies over to VHS. You can't do it. If it's non-copyrighted, copy to your heart's content. It will do it. All right, so let's switch back to DVD and let's hit play. So you are watching a dub of a Super VHS tape to DVD. Okay, wasn't that fun? All right, so we've demonstrated that. So what about copying from DVD over to VHS? What is that like? So let's go ahead and put in our tape. Now, once I hit eject on the disk, it's going to do that. So we'll wait for it to do that. But in the meantime, let's eject. So again, that was the Neo-Japanesque tape. And we're going to insert a blank tape. So I have over here a Fujifilm professional grade T120. Throw that in there. Now, obviously, if you're going to dub off VHS-C, you will need a VHS-C adapter in order to make that dub. And how about we just dub what we just recorded? We'll put that back on VHS. So I'm going to rewind the tape back to the beginning. Got to hit VCR first. All right, it won't let us do this until this menu making thing is completed. It's holding us hostage. All right, now we should be able to do that. VCR, rewind, which is actually the backward button on the remote. I'm going to put that DVD disc back in while that rewinds. And let's see here. Is there a title menu on this? Let's wait until it initializes it. Okay, go back to DVD. Still recognizing the disc, apparently. And I'm going to press that title button. Yeah, it says read on the front. There's our DVD plus R indicator. Ah, looky there. So you can see here, I did try to copy Back to the Future, just a hair of it. It got 5 seconds in and then just said, nope, I am not recording anymore. So all you get is 5 seconds. There is my test recording there on the top left. So let's move over here to Title 3 that we just recorded. And we'll hit enter on that. Okay. And then I'm going to hit stop. Now let's go to the VCR. I think we've rewound there. So you got to hit DVD first, and then we're going to hit our dubbing button. Again, moving me out of the way. So you can see on the top there, it says DVD to VCR. So I can go down here. I can set my record mode. And then I just hit dubbing. See some of those digital artifacts in there. Those are always fun. So yeah, it's like an analog video signal with digital artifacts. Super cool. Okay, we're good there. Let's hit stop. All right. Let's go back to VHS, VCR. Let's do a rewind on it. Looks like we're about 2 minutes in. And let's hit play. And hi-fi stereo kicks in. All right, so you've seen both dubbing from both sides. Now let's do kind of a bonus check here. And let's see if we can play a video CD. This is Star Trek Generations. Now, I also own Top Gun on CDI, the movie Top Gun. And, of course, the new movie Top Gun is out. I have not yet seen it, but I hear it's pretty fabulous. So the Top Gun says digital video down on the side. It does not say video CD. So any of the CDI discs that say video CD on them will play in this DVD player. And actually, that's a capability that a lot of DVD players have. Not all of them have it, but a lot of them do. A lot of DVD players will play video CDs as well. So let's take a look at what this looks like. Of course, there's no copyright stuff, copyright protection or whatever on a video CD. There it says VCD. I think I do have to hit play, unfortunately. There we go. Distributed by Philips Media.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
And guys, this will conclude our video about the LG RC199H DVD recorder, video cassette recorder. Thanks for hanging out and going along for the ride. If you have not followed me already or subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. You can follow me kind of like during the week and see what I'm up to via Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm not really on Twitter, if that makes sense. And I do want to say a special thanks to my Patreon subscribers, my Patreon patrons. Their names are listed in the description below. Thank you guys for being so faithful for so long. These guys have been with me a long time, and it's much appreciated, and they have helped fund the purchase and repair of this VCR DVD combo unit you're looking at here today. So, thank you for watching. Please, again, subscribe, share with a friend, and we will see you next time.